Hello, friends. Thanks for tuning in to Perry Live with Ron Drake this week. I'm excited about this one. This one's going to be. I'm not exactly sure where this is going to go. That's why I'm excited about it. We've got Tommy Milligan here with me today. Thanks for
having me.
Coming on. There's part of the reason why I'm excited about this show.
Okay.
Because I've seen some of your live videos before.
Oh, yeah.
They're pretty funny.
Well, they're very edited.
Are they? How do you edit?
My wife doesn't let me put them all on there.
Oh, I see. So were they live videos or are they videos?
I think all those are the G-rated ones.
Okay. Huh. So
that could fit into all of our social group.
So somewhere there's a
vault.
There's a vault.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Add me on Snapchat.
Okay. Okay. That's funny because I wanted to ask Kayla Schrum to give me some Snapchat lessons. I'm ready to make the shift into Snapchat.
There are some filters on there, I'm telling you. It'll make your own, you'll crack your own self up.
Oh, really? Oh, yeah. Well, I've seen some of the ones with the funny voices.
Oh, yeah.
And
it's awesome.
I know how to do that. I can do that. I just don't know all the rest of the Snapchat.
Yeah, it's pretty neat.
Maybe we'll go live, Perry Live on Snapchat too, and Facebook, where we each have a filter the whole time.
That would be awesome. I like that little chubby cheek guy. It talks real high.
I want the rabbit or the cat ears and the little. That would be.
Yeah.
Huh. We'll talk to our executive director Tyson Davis about that. I think we're doing Snapchat. Watch, it's going to happen. So I know you have an office downtown.
We do. Yes.
Tell me a little bit about you, your family, what you do, because I'm kind of intrigued by your career as well.
Well, what we do, I moved here in 1999. I actually moved here as the Ag Education FFA advisor. That was a position at the high school. Transitioned. It's kind of a funny story about the way what we do today actually came about. When I got moved here, I started raising show pigs.
Okay.
With another member of the community. I had one of his kids in class.
Okay.
And long story short, I found it really tough to get information out to parents. Like when you just tell the kids in class, hey, we're going to order FFA jackets or fundraisers start next week, that information doesn't always get home.
Kids don't always remember to tell their parents.
Would get agitated that, hey, we didn't know this was going on.
Yeah.
So I pulled in 2 senior boys and had them start the very first Perry FFA website as a way to disseminate information.
Okay.
Well, those 2 were seniors. They graduated in 2000. And so I found myself back at square one. I didn't know anything about websites. And so I went to the business teacher and got more or less how to build web pages for dummies.
Okay.
And started maintaining the Perry FFA website. That brings back to about 2003 is the first when I purchased my first own domain, which was OklahomaShowPigs.com.
Okay.
Bought it as a way to advertise the show pigs my partner and I were selling as a way to advertise and market and merchandise them. In doing that, I found out there were other needs for breeders to come in and advertise theirs. And then, long story short, in 2009, acquired OklahomaShowGoats.com.
Okay.
That puts us kind of full-blown. That's what Milligan Ventures. Primarily, we're a livestock marketing agency. Our business model pretty much doesn't rely on foot traffic. We don't have to have somebody walk through the front door.
Right.
Everything's on the internet.
So I went to the Milligan Livestock website, and I so again, I'm learning things, and I think there was one of the goats, he was named Bull, or anyway, it was something like that. And it just looked strong, and it almost looked like a pit bull goat.
Yeah, the show goat side, that's where we primarily make most of our income is from the show goat side. And we own OklahomaShowGoats.com, which mainly we're a marketing agency for producers to sell them online.
But you're selling them outside of Oklahoma.
Yeah, we've sold to 48 states.
Wow.
Yeah, we personally own our goats. My wife and I, and our 3 children, Elliot, Grayson, and Lawton, we own about 100 does.
Oh, wow.
Be equivalent to like running 100 cows.
Okay.
And you get a crop a year.
It seems like it'd be harder to keep 100 goats in a fenced area than cows.
The fencing is the big issue with goats.
Because, they can jump and stuff,
Oh,
right?
yeah. And you can't just keep them in barbed wire. You got to have panels.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
So how
or
many acres?
Specialized fencing.
How many acres do you have?
We actually keep them on about 10 acres. It's,
Okay.
Yeah, we dry lot everything.
Well, they're a lot smaller than a cow.
Yes, yeah. Yeah,
So-
they are. And so everything's dry lotted.
Are they really social where they just like to hang out and stuff together?
They are a social and companion animal.
Yeah, yeah.
In fact, when they get out, if you can get one or two to go back in, the rest will usually follow.
Oh, wow. That's cool.
Yeah. So
Yeah, I was just in Jamaica a couple weeks ago, and there's goats everywhere. They don't look they don't look near as good as your goats, but they all was a bunch together, and you can just see them all. Just when one takes off, they all just take off together. So that's pretty cool. And so I hear that. So you've got one of the more volume or bigger.
yeah, selling show goats on the internet is our niche business. We're the only. We have competitors, of course.
Sure.
But the competitors, none of them specialize. They all market multiple species.
Okay.
We're the only company that specializes in just goats. We show them, buy them, sell them, trade them. That's all we do.
That's pretty cool.
Yep.
So so would you consider yourself like a goat broker? Is that a thing?
Essentially, yeah.
Yeah,
A
that's-
consultant. I mean,
Yeah.
we talk goats every day to someone.
Yeah.
In
Huh.
fact, we just got
Maybe.
back from a trip in the Bahamas, and we took our laptops, of course, because business
Yeah.
goes with you, and so
Right.
we actually were able to conduct business, in the Bahamas. So.
Doesn't make you want to just kind of relocate there and say, hey, we don't need to walk in traffic. Let's just sow
Yeah.
goats in the Bahamas.
Yeah, the only hiccups there is the children. So
Ah, yeah, those
we
kids.
love it here in Paradise, man.
Yeah, I know.
It's an awesome
yeah.
place.
Yeah. And so you, I think I might have mentioned this. You own a building downtown.
We do. Mm-hmm.
Okay. What made you decide to be downtown?
I left teaching in 2010, and we purchased a building
Okay.
downtown in 2010, and mainly as a way to be a part of the community.
Sure.
Because, as you know, you've been around Perry.
Yeah.
We have a really unique downtown area. In fact, everyone that ever comes and purchases goats, that comes to the office to actually pay, or comes to the farm to pay,
Right.
they come through our downtown area, and there's always the same comment: is, "Wow, you have a really neat downtown."
No, I know.
And we
It's
do.
beautiful.
It's
It's
awesome.
amazing.
It's a square. I mean, and upcoming this Saturday is what I consider
Yeah.
the greatest day in Perry.
Yeah.
I've not missed one since 1999. That's the parade and all the festivities that go along with that. The food vendors, the live music, the rodeo. It's just an awesome, awesome time in Perry.
So what's your favorite part about the celebration Saturday?
Probably just all of the people that come in,
Yeah.
alumni. You get so many
Okay.
faces that you haven't seen in
Sure.
years that come in to visit for that day. There's almost always an OSU or OU football game on that
Oh,
day. And
okay,
so
right.
this particular, an OSU football game's at home. And so love the rodeo. That's another, we help with the rodeo's website.
Mm-hmm.
And so it's really, really just an awesome, awesome event.
Yeah.
The whole day is awesome.
Yeah, yeah. And I'm unfortunately won't be able to be here this year. I was here. My wife and I were here last year, and yeah, we had a great time. We were super impressed with the parade and
Yep.
everything that was going on. It was definitely a fun time.
And even in inclement weather,
Yeah.
still, it's just a really, really big event.
What's the
when I
weather-
taught ag, we entered a float. The first year I was here as the ag teacher in '99, the FFA chapter entered a float, and we didn't miss a single parade from '99 to when I left in 2010. And from 2010 till now, I haven't missed a parade yet. Just really a fun
You should
time.
have a goat float.
Yeah. We actually talked
There
about
should
that.
be a
We
goat float.
actually
It
talked
even
about
sounds
it.
good.
If we could just get a couple of them broke like reindeer,
Yeah.
to drag something through, that would be really cool.
Man, as buffed as that one goat was, I mean, he should be able to drag. Huh. Can't you just get, if they all herd together, can't you just get 20 of them?
On some
To
of the
herd?
pettier ones, I'm sure we probably could harness them up and get them to drag us.
Oh yeah, well, you're going all out. You're thinking actually
I'm
drag
talking
the goat
harness.
float.
Yes, literally. I would have the goats drag it, but
I was thinking the goats would be on the float.
yeah, I wouldn't want that. We actually did that in a Christmas parade once. We brought a goat up and dressed it up as Rudolph
Okay.
and hauled it around on a little trailer so people could pet it. Yeah,
That's
Yeah, it
pretty
was a
cool.
hit.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I bet.
yeah. People
bet.
love goats.
Yeah, I know.
Kids
I
love
do.
goats. That's why we
Yeah.
bought into the whole goat thing. I mean, kids love them.
Do you have a funny goat story?
I've got lots of them. We don't have enough time today.
What's like
Let me
a
tell
really
you.
funny
Okay,
goat
so
story?
we sell goats online all
Yeah.
the time, not for just our breeding program, but for other firms. Well, this particular individual purchased a show goat online. It was a little 10-week-old, so probably about a 35-pound goat
Okay.
from Minnesota.
All right.
Okay, they drove down from Minnesota to pick it up. Well, when they showed up in the minivan, I thought, okay, where are we going to put it?
Yeah.
Well, when we popped the hatch up, they've bought a pet taxi from Walmart.
Okay.
And
Like
we
a dog crate
stuffed
or whatever.
the goat in the pet taxi,
Okay.
and they rode this thing back. Well, it's not tame by no means. And so it probably cried for I don't know how many 100 miles. I mean, that's one of many stories. We've put them in the trunks of cars.
Oh, no.
We've put them in makeshift crates built out of like shipping pallets.
Well, because you don't want to get a big old giant horse trailer just to bring a 35-pound goat home in.
Yeah, I guess.
pro-
I mean, so take your Ferrari and stuff them in the trunk.
What do you get?
You wouldn't believe. But the goat side of things is we have so many non-livestock people that come into that sector, and there's zero barrier to entry. I mean, if you have access to the internet and a checkbook,
Right.
you can purchase one and go get it.
I
So
mean,
you don't have to have facilities, equipment, vehicles, none of that. And so it's a really
these
unique
people,
industry.
and so these people are buying these goats when they're little. What do you call a little baby? Is it a goat?
kid.
A kid. Oh, that's
Yep,
right. That's
yep.
right. Yeah. So when they're kids, and so they're really cute and all that, and then they're just literally raising them in their backyard sometimes. And
A lot of them are, yeah. You're small producers, and that's where you get into really. There's so many producers that have 10, 15 head. I mean, so many. I mean, hundreds, literally
Yeah.
hundreds.
And do these guys, do they win awards
You know,
for the show?
they do, yeah.
Yeah.
Depending on, we got 77
I mean-
counties in Oklahoma, so there's going to be 77 county shows. So you start there.
Did you ever get a follow up on the Minnesota goat? Like what
Never
happened to
did
them?
on that one, no. And some of them, I think, you know,
Yeah. You should have like a goat blog where people can blog the how their success story.
I should, yeah. I take a lot of that through my Facebook channel.
Okay.
You'll get some of the most bizarre messages, believe it or not. So,
Well, I mean, because they do. They look so cute. They look like they would be
They
easy
grow
to
up.
tame. Yeah. I remember it's a long time ago in California, doing drywall in a house, and all of a sudden I look in the window and there's two little goats standing in the window because they like jumped from the outside into the.
in California.
In California. This was a long time ago, 24 years ago or something like that, but maybe longer. But yeah, we're out in the country, and I didn't even know there was goats out there. Next thing I know, there's two little baby goats, kids sitting in the window because they jumped up in there. So
Yeah.
anyway, that's maybe where my fascination with goats began, because I thought that was pretty cool, and they looked really cute.
They are a fun creature to watch.
Yeah,
But it's a very, very big industry
yeah, I bet.
and a profitable industry. So,
Okay, maybe it's taking this to a darker side, but my favorite. So my favorite thing, speaking of Jamaica, whatever, I don't know, maybe it's the same in Bahamas. My favorite thing to eat is curried goat. So are any of these goats? Are these goats pure for show, and they just live a ripe old age? And
the wethers don't. The castrated males don't. They will enter the food chain.
okay,
Yeah, and they become, gyros, cabrito. I mean, so
Yeah.
yeah, they do become. They
Curried
go
goat.
right into they go right into the food chain.
okay,
Now the females and the intact males, they end up usually in a breeding program.
okay.
But the wethers, which is the weather goat industry, is what really our industry is based in. Yeah, those end up on the food chain.
All right.
And most of the bigger
right.
shows, a lot of the bigger shows are terminal.
Okay.
So they go to those shows. The kids don't leave there with them, and that's pretty traumatic on a kid that travels. Like say to Denver to the
Yeah.
National Western.
Yeah.
You go there and show, and you've had this animal for 6 or 8 or 10 months.
Yeah.
And you're parting ways when you leave that show. That goat's last trip is to Denver,
Oh wow.
and so those shows are tough.
Yeah.
And it really gets into teaching kids. That's the other thing. They're just the goats themselves and what we do. They're just a channel for us to teach kids, mentor and mold kids, and teaching them all about the challenges that come along with trying to have a successful program, the how you handle success, how you handle defeat,
Right.
and
Right.
in the circle of life when you lose them.
No, I know it's exactly right. My daughter's boyfriend raises pigs, and to show pigs at the Benton County Fair,
Yep.
where we are, and so yeah, raise them up. Hopefully, win a few awards, and then sell
to
them
the
off
next one.
to quarter them up.
Yep.
So
It's a harsh way to say it, but yeah, that's
No,
really what
yeah,
happens.
That's really
yeah.
what happens. Yeah. All right. Well, I think that's pretty cool. So, kudos to you for
Well.
finding kind of a unique
Yeah, it was
path to make a career out of.
Yeah, it's been awesome.
Yeah. All right, so I'm going to shift gears just a little bit. We're just trying to think of some interesting questions since you've been here now for, since '99. You said. So, if you were mayor of Perry, have you thought about running for mayor of Perry?
Oh gosh, yeah, I don't know if I'm cut out for that.
How come?
My filter's broke sometimes. I usually have an opinion.
So, what would you do if you were mayor? We got a great mayor, Gordon Johnson.
No, he
but
does
maybe
a good
maybe it should be like king of Perry, because that's what you could say and do whatever you wanted to do. Magic wand. I don't know.
And I don't know all of what the actual the job entails as far as and what they actually have full control over, but certainly in any town there's things you'd like to change.
Sure.
And there's things that are great and you'd like to maybe make them better, but I don't know.
All in all, you're pretty
Yeah,
satisfied.
I think we've got a great community.
What do you think about these ideas and things that have come, even related to me being here? I mean, the potential for new growth and businesses being revitalized and maybe some loft living downtown. I mean,
I think
beyond
those
that.
are great ideas. I think it'll be a really big uphill battle and challenge to make them really come to actual fruition, because I'm unfortunately and fortunately we're in a business that the internet is where everything is migrating to. Obviously,
Right.
we can't live on there,
Right.
but it's almost depressing if you've been to like the local Staples in Stillwater. You go there and they don't have near the inventory or volume in the store.
Right.
And I think highly that's due to because you can buy online.
Right.
We have
Right.
pickup almost at all major retailers. And the internet, I would say, has been responsible for putting some of those retailers out of business. They find, well, what's the use of having a store here? They're buying it online.
Right.
And so, good and bad, the evolution of the internet is hurt retail. And it concerns me. We are in a position where we don't have to rely on somebody to walk through our door to
Right.
make a sale. If I were in that business, I think it'd be real challenging unless I was in the food or maybe lodging business.
Well, and we were talking just a little bit about the last live that I did was in Maryville, Missouri, and so I was just talking about her, so I even tell you to go look Home by Sonia, and it's a small furniture store that's actually really similar to Simply Home we have down the street, and she has a great business. It's her job. She pays herself, pays employees in a small town of 12,000 people, so not much bigger. And she said she doesn't rely on walk-in traffic either. It's her social media presence, it's her internet or web presence that people will place orders and do things without even stepping foot in her store. And so I think that we could probably use more people like you with your help to help some of these other small businesses to realize that, so for her, she's got to have a place to display,
Yes.
but really doesn't need
That's
walk-in
not
traffic.
yeah.
And really it should be the same with, and that's what we are finding, successful communities, successful retail is selling, maybe 70% of their stuff online and only 30% to the local
Yes.
community. And then, but then it still gives that experience for someone coming to town to be able to walk into 3 or 4 or 5 retail spaces.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
No,
And so I think I learned when one of our last buildings in my town, Asylum Springs, I was a developer buying buildings, so people kind of came to expect it. But this last building was like 15,000 square feet. Who's going to buy this building? And all of a sudden it was somebody that had a small children's clothing store. Heather Hill Clothery is what it's called. And everybody's like, how in the world could she
That
do
make
that?
it, yeah.
Well, it's because nobody knew how big her online presence was.
Yeah.
Everybody just thinks that, oh, she's probably got a cute little thing that her husband subsidizes or whatever. And she had a massive company going on. She's like, I needed 4,000 square foot of warehouse space.
Yeah.
See what I'm saying?
I do.
So yeah, I'm with you on that. So but I think we got to shift it though.
We do.
To our
They got to
advantage.
merge, and the problem with retail is nobody likes change.
Yeah.
When you've had a little store downtown, and it's
I
kind
know.
of made, when you start talking, I'm going to put this on the internet, well, it kind of scares people. But I totally agree with you. I think you have to have both.
Right.
And I'll tell you, we're in the online auction business.
Yeah.
I mean, we sell them online in a an auction that all is online.
Right.
Nothing replaces walking into a live auction.
Oh, I
There's
know.
just nothing
Well, the smells
and the actual
yeah.
auctioneer and the chant and the crowd. Nothing replaces that. But in order to reach multiple states, and when we have auctions in the evenings, we reach 4, 5, 10, 12, 15 states. It's not uncommon to sell 15 head of goats to 8 different states. Well, you can't do that in Perry, Oklahoma. They're not all going to come here to buy one when there's 10 or 15 lots.
Right.
And so I think you got to merge the two. You're right.
I was just thinking, I've got a little Audi convertible. I bet if I put the top down, I could probably get 3 or 4 goats in the front section, maybe 2 in the trunk.
Yeah, and we've actually, we've had a person that
six goats.
we had a guy that, you ever watch Shipping Wars?
Not really.
Well,
but yeah,
they'll
familiar.
literally bid to ship things, and a lot of those people aren't even knowledgeable of the shipping, whatever it is they're going to ship. Well, I had a guy in Fargo, Oklahoma that sold a pair of goats, and it was out of state. I forget the state, but quite a driving distance. Well, this buyer contacted an individual in Oklahoma City to deliver it. The guy shows up in a 4-door car and has blue tarps in the back seat.
Okay.
And of course, the seller had snapped me pictures and said, "Are you not going to believe this? Is this serious?" I mean, literally, we put the 2 goats, he did, put the 2 goats in this guy's back seat. No cage, just tarps. I promise you, before they got to the destination, they ended up in the front seat and probably in the driver's seat. This guy was totally not prepared. He was like, "Are you serious?" "Yeah, I got tarps." "Okay."
I could just see him jumping all around and all kinds of stuff in there.
And 2 of them, they're mischievous.
Oh, yeah.
So, and if they haven't been pinned
And they're
together,
chewing on the seats
if they haven't
and
been pinned
everything.
together, sometimes they'll headbutt. Can you imagine that going on in your back seat?
Oh.
You being a part of all that. So, anyway, I never heard how that ended up, but I'm just telling you, there's really some bizarre stories.
Yeah.
Really, really bizarre.
Oh, yeah, that's pretty funny. Speaking of being in a car and frustrating situations, what's your thoughts on the school pickup and drop off?
Oh yeah, you want to get me fired up on that? I just ate lunch with my wife Julie and another really, really dear friend of ours.
Okay.
And I didn't know that the school has got a bond issue coming up.
Right.
And so I haven't read much on what all they're going to include, but I would sure hope, Mr. Drake, that there's a modification to make that shifty 2.5 lane circle. Have you been through it?
No, I haven't.
It needs to
I
be
don't
like
have any
9
kids
lanes wide.
Here, anyway. Wait a minute now. I mean, I have been to pick up. It's been a while now, but my daughter and ours, and we only have 2 lanes. It's just it's a mile long of cars.
And it was a well-oiled machine.
I wouldn't say it's well oiled.
And I don't drop them off I mean, I'm kind of the pinch hitter. I'm the guy that substitute driver for the kids when my wife drops them off usually.
So maybe that's part of the. Maybe you just.
That I didn't understand the system. Yeah, I didn't understand being passed. I didn't understand the mom in her yoga pants that got out to kiss their baby and hold up the entire line. Yeah, I don't understand all those things. You're right. I thought we were there to drop them off. I had my kids in code red. Get your crap ready. You got your backpack, books. I love you. Don't forget. Jump out. The car's moving. Not everybody drops their kids off like that.
Right.
Some people,
Some tell 'em
I
they
think
love
their
'em.
only event for the day is to drop their kids off. Why did you open this can of worms on the whole drop-off?
Maybe you should wear. Maybe if you wore yoga pants, you'd be a little
Can
more
you
calm
see me in
about.
yoga and get out and come on, kids? Oh yeah, no, it's. I don't know that everybody has the same direction. That is a drop-off and pickup. Mm-hmm.
Not a linger.
Yeah, linger and walk them up and yeah.
Thanks for whoever asked me to ask that question.
Yeah,
Can we get an applause for that response back there
yeah.
from our live studio audience?
Well, we got a great school system,
Yeah,
so
yeah.
that was frustrating, and I'm sure it's frustrating for not just me. I'm sure some other parents have had some frustration.
There's just yeah.
And they're dropping off a lot of kids. There's a lot of kids so in order to orchestrate all that, they've done better this year, I think.
How old are your kids?
We got a 1st grader, a 4th grader, and one in the holding tank.
Oh, really?
Yeah, yeah. One is still in daycare.
Okay.
So yeah, they're 3, 6, and 9.
Okay.
Yeah.
Man,
We're going to
you
be in the
still got a
system
ways-
a while.
You got a ways to
Yeah,
go.
the light's not even turned on at the end of the tunnel. Yeah, I know. I had to wait till later. My kids are getting the best of me,
Oh, okay.
for sure.
Yeah. Good point.
So
I had lost where I was going. Do you, for a fellow guy with good hair, how do you get that hair so?
you know, the
like that
hair
all
is
the time?
something that's been iconic for me.
Okay.
When I first started teaching, I had parents that actually said, "Can I touch it?"
Huh.
You know, it's not like you're petting a porcupine.
Yeah.
But my hair won't do anything else. You know, we were in the Bahamas, and I actually had some of the staff that cleaned the rooms made a comment, "Hey, great hair." There was a guy out on the lawn. He's like, "Oh, some hair." And I think,
When you get told that a lot,
well,
you-
yeah, but
you-
I mean,
you
I just,
can't- you
well, I
can't
mean, I
change
don't
it.
think it's so awesome. It won't do anything else.
Huh.
It just sticks up,
Yeah.
and so.
Probably have to let it.
And I have a
You
funky shaped head, so I'd look really special if I was bald.
let it. Oh.
So I'm
I was
glad that
thinking
I
you
do
could- you
have.
could
It's ill
Let it
shaped.
grow out, maybe.
Well, when it grows out, now it lays down.
Right. I think you could pull off the mullet.
Yeah, I don't think so.
It's coming back, you know.
It can come back on somebody else. Yeah, I like it short. So
This is kind of new for me. It's only about a year or two old. Yeah,
Before that, you had-
I was just kind of short and maybe a little spiky, so I went ahead and.
Yeah.
But both my daughters went to cosmetology school, and so
They
they
said, "Let's
wanted
try
to
this."
practice on me for a little bit and let it grow out. So
yeah, I've got all this new color that's come in.
yeah, I know. Me
I've
too.
earned it.
Goats will do that to you.
Oh, mercy. And children.
Oh yeah. Kids. Both kinds of
Yes.
kids.
Yeah, literally.
Yeah. Oh, I know what I was going to say earlier. You should run for school board.
School board?
School board, yeah.
I've thought about it. I've actually considered it with our kids. We're going to be
You're
in
gonna
the
be there for
system
so
for a
long.
long time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
But it'll probably end like my city council run happened.
Oh, you ran for city council?
Yeah, I did. I lived in town, and I filed the last day, and then something happened. They redrew the map and drew me out of city limits. So my political run was one day. And let me tell you the irony there. The guy that then got elected was Conley Wade, and I can say that because Conley and I are good friends.
Okay.
And Conley became involved, and he became Citizen of the Year.
Huh.
So, I mean, I think he may take my title.
I know.
I tell
that
him
could
that
have been
plaque.
you.
I say every time
That
I'm in
could
his
have been you.
office, that plaque's probably mine.
I've never seen a city so concerned about a council member that they changed the map.
Yeah, and you want me to be mayor? Yeah.
And the map goes like one house out, and then the rest.
It was literally the tree in front of the yard was limits. I was out, literally, by like 30 feet.
If you would have moved to sleep on the sidewalk, you would be in.
Yeah, so anyway, it's funny now.
Yeah, that is pretty funny. That's a first.
At the
Haven't heard
time,
that,
I was
so-
ready. I was fired up. I was ready to get on there and make a difference. It's probably better I didn't.
Well, this was exactly what I was anticipating. I knew we'd have some
I don't
fun.
know that we covered anything.
Hey, you know what? We're just here to get to know people here in Perry, and just.
Well,
you
it's
know,
a great place.
It's a great
I
place.
think you
yeah.
found that out.
Yeah, and I think that's
So.
that's the message. If there's anything, we don't every episode have to be talking about this wonderful, fantastic thing. Just talking about good people that live in a good community
Yeah.
with a questionable school pickup line. But other than that, other than that, and every once in a while, pick up on the ending of the show. All right.
Well, I commonly say this is paradise. It really
Yeah,
is.
I actually jokingly will text Kayla or something. All right, I'm coming into Paradise.
Yep.
She knows I'm on my way.
It
so
really is.
Yeah, and a lot of people have said that too.
Yeah, it's
It
awesome.
has its parts too. So thanks for being on the show.
thank you.
Feel free to keep this
Appreciate it.
mug.
Okay.
If you'd like, you can. Your goats can drink out of it if they needed to.
Yeah.
And where it could- All right, friends. Thanks for tuning in again. Remember to go to, or you're watching it probably on Flip This Town. Like it and share it. We wanted to continue to get as many people to see the fun and just the good times that are happening here in Perry, Oklahoma. So thanks for tuning in, and we will see you soon.